okay, I'd like to share how I do business as a contractor. Not everyone does business this way. When I write out an estimate for a bathroom remodel, room addition, whatever, I give the people one price. There's no negotiating in my contracts. I've only negotiated one time in a contract, and that was because I had a repetitive contractor who I was working for who was always asking me for money back. So I actually added in $2,000 into my bid. It was about a $90,000 bid. I added $2,000 in. To give you an idea, let's just say it was $90,700. Let's just say it was that. I put 2,000 extra dollars in, and he asked me if I would make it an even 90,000. He only asked for $700 back. What did I make? I just made $13,000 on that. Whatever. That's not how I normally do business. I did it because he's always asking me for money. I figured I would give him some money. Worked out to my advantage. What I do is give someone one estimate. What other contractors do, I mean, I give someone one estimate and I stick with that. I don't, wait a minute, give them a high estimate and see if they'll come, if they ask me to come down, I can negotiate. That's not what I do. I think that's poor business. Some people need that. If you're a motivator kind of personality, you need to do business that way. Knock yourself out. A lot of people really get off on that. And when I say that, a lot of your clients think that they're getting a bargain when they get some money back. The reason why I give one estimate and I stick to it is because it sends a signal to the people that I'm working for and to other contractors that they don't need to waste my time negotiating. I don't need to give someone a price, lower my price, a couple days later, lower my price again. If you're going to do business, let's just say that you bid a room addition and it comes to $70,000. And you think, okay, it's going to cost $70,000, but I'm going to add $5,000 on because they're going to want to, ask me for if I can lower the price, and then I'll give them the money back. And if they don't, you just made $5,000. A lot of contractors do business this way. You can choose to do business however you want. The way I do business seems to be more of a integrable way of doing business. Creates a good feeling between me and my customers. I don't really know if this happens to contractors who choose to go down the other path. For me, this works, and I don't think I'll ever change my method of estimating. Now, let me share a quick story with you. I knew a contractor one time who was building a new house, framing. All his job was to frame the new house. Let's just say that his bid was $75,000. The owner got two other bids and told this contractor, let's just say contractor A is the contractor who gave him the $70,000 bid. He said that he had someone who would build it for $60,000. So the other contractor, contractor A, said he would match that price, even though he wouldn't be making any money. He needed the work. So he was just going to do this job for wages, basically, without any profit in it. The guy came back a couple weeks later and said that the other contractor lowered his price to $50,000. And again, I'm not getting the numbers right here. I'm just giving you an example of what happens sometimes. He told him that he couldn't do it for that price, even though he was going to sign the contract that day. They had already made a deal. He gave the job to the other contractor. And of course, the contractor did the job and he lost money. I actually was working in the area, and the job that guy was working on got shut down for over a month because the plumber notched a glue lam beam for one of his pipes, and this thing was framed, everything. The plumber came in at the last minute and made this one mistake, and it stopped the job. So kind of the moral to that story is you hire the cheapest people, you might actually get an inferior product. This stuff does happen. Let's just go back and review what I was talking about. Figure out a way to estimate and stick with it. If you're going to be the kind of person that has a high price and then you lower it, this is your way of doing business. Maybe you might not want to do it my way. My way works for me. It might not work for you. So stick with one method of estimating. I prefer my way because I feel like it's more integrable. It's more of an honest way of doing business. It doesn't send a signal to the homeowner or to the property owner that they might have, you know, they would have felt like a jerk if they wouldn't have got some of this money back from you by asking you for a lower price. So it doesn't make much sense. It works for you, knock yourself out. Doesn't work for me, and I don't like people doing it to me either.